Life began with big social challenges for 9-year-old João Victor, who lives with his mother in a housing project in a poor area on the outskirts of São Paulo. A family friend who lives in the same building, Natane Viana, a football enthusiast and amateur player, took it upon herself to help João's hard-working mother, an old friend, to raise the boy. It was she who introduced him to what became his great passion, football, and she takes him to a social project that provides training in their neighborhood. Football is part of life for most kids in Brazil from an early age, and like the other children here, João Victor wants to play it well.
You need to make efforts. If you want to get somewhere, if you dream of being a football player, you need effort, dedication. You have to wake up early.
A simple neighborhood dirt pitch like this is the starting point for many of Brazil's football stars who often come from the country's poorest areas. A recent research article even suggests that the stresses and constraints brought by poverty, forcing kids to play in improvised and non-ideal settings, may help them with their focus and give them an added toughness to succeed in football at advanced levels.
É que é esporte. E eu gosto muito, é meu sonho ser jogador de futebol.
It's a great sport. I love it and dream of being a professional player. I play on the attack.
Becoming a football star is a dream for many growing up in Brazil. Poorer kids often see it as a path to a better life. But in a country where football is the national sport, competition is tough. Beyond even talent, hard work and dedication are essential to achieving success.
And it may be even harder when there is a gender barrier to overcome. Despite recent growth in women's football, there are fewer opportunities for talented girls to pursue the sport than there are for boys. Still, growing numbers of women are following their dream.
There are not as many tournaments for girls. We need to make big efforts because there is much competition. Without dedication, you are out.
Girls still face many difficulties, beginning with the lack of incentive, often in their own families. Discouragement many times begins at home. But fortunately, this has been changing, and we see more families encouraging girls to play.
It's hard to say what the future will bring for these young players, but it's quite possible that for some, football will become a long-term way of life. Paulo Cabral, CGTN, Taboão da Serra, Brazil.